Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I'm driving home from a good day of work on a Sunday. Tomorrow is going to be WWE's Monday Night Raw. I believe it's coming to you live from Glasgow, Scotland. Don't forget to flip onto your Netflix account tomorrow. 1 o'clock Pacific. We're going to be going 4 o'clock Eastern. I thought it was really cool. I was able to fire up my phone and watch this show live. Even though I was on my break at work, I was able to see the return of John Cena live, not have to wait. And then when I got home, they didn't hide the replay or anything like that to try and get like a secondary viewing. And they're not fighting for ratings. This is Netflix, so they didn't make us wait until 5 o'clock. It was instantaneously. People were even able to say that if they got home while the show was on, they were able to rewind the show and watch it from the beginning. I mean, really, really cool options. The world that we're living here in 2025, if you go back to like a 2010 wrestling fan, geez, I mean, my mind is blown. I wish the network was a little bit better. Hopefully, they'll get that figured out once the Peacock deal is either renewed or the Peacock deal is either over and they decide they're going to go to a different provider. We'll have to see. But tomorrow's Monday Night Raw is going to be huge. I thought that SmackDown this week was really, really good, setting up two matches for WrestleMania. Today, out of the blue, they announced that Penta is going to be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. They got to start setting up the title feuds for the secondary titles in men's division as well as in women's. Figure out what they're going to do with the tag team belts. Um, so there's still matches to be named to both nights of WrestleMania. But I made a video about WrestleMania 41's card yesterday. This looks like a damn good WrestleMania. I mean, I understand the mood on this Mania is kind of dark because we're really seeing how high WWE could put tickets. And I mean, that's all over the board. It doesn't matter what pay-per-view you're talking about, Raw, SmackDown. Once WWE house shows come back in the United States, we'll have to see what those tickets are going to be like. Those were always really affordable. I was kind of surprised or upset, maybe might be the right word, when I saw what Raw and SmackDown tickets have gotten to in this world. But everybody's fighting for every dollar in entertainment. Hopefully we'll find a point in this country where everything just sort of calms down. It doesn't really seem like that ever happens in our lifetime, but we just got to get prices back to kind of where they were. If that makes sense, because the answer is not just like raising the minimum wage or anything like that, because then it just hurts the people that are making a normal wage. Means the money that they're making, that's not really worth what they're making. But we'll get off of that. I don't even know where we got there. I apologize. But John Cena, Cody Rhodes, same show, same arena, same ring, hopefully, face to face one more time on the way to WrestleMania. We know that these two are going to see each other next week. It's going to be one hell of a deal to see if these guys can remain not touching until WrestleMania. Let's just put it like that. Let's see if we can get them there without getting physical. We do have to think about the fact that Cody Rhodes, he's not really one that like is out to make things even or anything like that. But Cena, The Rock, and Travis Scott beat the shit out of this guy. They left him laying, and Cody's never really been able to do anything other than come down to the ring and call Cena, a whiny bitch. Basically, say that when Cena won the Elimination Chamber, and it was said it was going to be Cena versus Cody, Cody really cherished the fact that they were going to be going on Monday Night Raw in the same ring, battling back and forth with promos. And basically, what Cena has done by going heel is flip a switch and just turn into a whiny crybaby, kind of like what The Rock was calling Cody fans last year. As of right now, I mean, my feeling would be I think that Cody has to kind of like come out first, and then the call is answered by Cena. Basically, and have Cena kind of chasing Cody this week. Um, I don't think you can really put Cena out there for another 20 minutes to like have him just run down everything, WWE, all the fans, the people. I think he's already got people where they hate him, and have him come out there. There's been no word about The Rock. I'm at the point now where I don't even think The Rock is going to be a piece of the puzzle for WrestleMania 41. I would hope that he is going to be there. But then again, if The Rock is going to be there, why wouldn't he, just do it himself and beat Cody? Maybe that's a big point, a big part of the puzzle for me is wondering if this is like a 3-year plan for Rock and Cody. Maybe the Rock versus Cody match happens next year in New Orleans. It doesn't really make sense. It's not like they're going to Miami down at the Rock's quote unquote hometown where he went and played college ball and all that jazz. I know that he lives in Hawaii now, but a lot of people think of The Rock as being a Miami, Florida guy because of his ties to the University of Florida, living there for a long time. Um, but I think that honestly, Cody's going to come out. He's just going to sort of proclaim himself as the champion, and I think that Cena's going to come out, and that's going to start the war of words. I think we only have Cena for this Raw and next Raw before WrestleMania. I don't think Cena is booked for the Sacramento show here at Golden One. Tickets have not dropped at all. Prices are still pretty high, so I haven't bought tickets for Raw. Um, it is what it is. I'll see the show on TV, and I already spent a lot on a WrestleMania ticket, a flight. Um, you know, Going to that show and seeing a promo might be awesome, but at the same time, my pocketbook's saving room for a lot of the guys that I want to meet at WrestleCon. Um, that'll be really, really cool. So hopefully it's not a Raw of the Ages that I really miss out on. It's not like that we're going to get like a spontaneous CM Punk versus Vince McMahon match or anything like that, like we've seen in the past year when they were still at Arco Arena. Probably one of the biggest surprises I ever got going to a Raw, and one of the reasons that you go, because you never know what's going to happen. But then again, I was so let down by the AEW show. It was the go home show before Revolution. Is that what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the name of the show. And a lot of guys didn't fight because they already had their matches already set, and they weren't going to give anything away. I got to see them all, but I didn't get to see them the way that I wanted, other than like Edge wrestled a match, and then we saw shoot. Oh, is that a fire? That ain't good. But hey, it is what it is. Tomorrow's gonna be a big Raw. Don't forget, like I said, if you get there late, you can always rewind. You don't have to watch everything on Twitter. Just watch the show at your own pace, and it's gonna be fun, man. These shows, when it came up that they were doing the European tour right before WrestleMania, I was kind of like, eh, because normally when they go on these European tours and do Raws and SmackDowns, I kind of was always reading the results on my lunch at work before I even got off, and was really wondering, like, oh, like I don't want to be not watching the show leading up to a big show like this where I spend all this money and not know everything that's really going on. So, big Raw tomorrow. Set an alarm on your phone. It's going to be out of the blue. 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific.